Minister of India says yoga is not about exercise but to discover the sense of oneness with yourself, the world, and the nature. So that's what Prime Minister of India has said. We are very thankful to Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, because today's date is going to make a history. This is our first International Yoga Day, officially. We've been doing it for over the years, so many years, right? But officially, whole world today celebrated. Celebration means, when do we celebrate? Either it is the birth of a baby, birth of an idea, or unity, marriage, whatever, something like that on earth, we celebrate. So today it is the first celebration of International Yoga Day. I feel so overwhelmed. Every inch of this room, every little dots in your body that makes you what you are, is participating in this big ceremony, big festival, big celebration going on. And it connects you from the very beginning of, that Big Bang theory they talk about. That Big Bang theory in the past and whatever is going to happen in the future, we are just in the middle now. We are the link to future. And this point, where we are now, where I am, you are, where we are, this is the yoga point. Point of yoga is where we are now. The very first time, the very first guru, Adinath, or the first teacher of yoga, when the yoga came as yoga in action or a birth, was today's date, 21st June, not as a man-made calendar. It is exactly this time when the sun is moving from one side to other, Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. So this is the day, by chance, I think in whole earth it is important, because you are today very close to sun. Yeah, earth is very close to that sun. So we are very blessed to celebrate the point of yoga or yoga, however you say. It is going all over, however we say it is right. There is no difference. It doesn't make any difference. Yoga is the one thing which brings the unity. Like Prime Minister of India says, we all know that, nothing new. Oneness with ourselves, then oneness with the community, social, whatever, little further, then the country, then the international. Yoga brings that unity to all of us, where you want to be. Yoga is a science, a philosophy, but yoga is also a message. The modern yoga, for me, is where Mahabharata took place, where Gita came, like a Gita, Bible, Quran. If you study all those scriptures, you will find there is the same message in all. Every script saying to you that know yourself first, then be good to your neighbor, or be good to your family and friend and social. But when Gita was spoken, it was in the middle of the battlefield. There was a very big war, like a world war. Before the World War I and II, there was a pre-World War I, 5,000 years ago. And that time, Sri Krishna says to his friend Arjun, who is in the battle, Arjun says, I don't want to fight. I don't want to do any battle with these people. They are all my uncle, auntie, my uncle and cousins, brothers. It was a family war, of course. We have more wars within the family than outside the family. Krishna says, whatever he says, it is in the Gita. But why I am thinking of him today? When there was a battle going, in the field of the battle, Krishna says to Arjun, be a yogi. Oh Arjun, be a yogi. And be in action, what is right for you. Today, whole world, we are in the battle. Look, there is no peace anywhere. Whole world, whole earth is like trembling. Either it is with the nature, either nature having the tsunami and earthquake and mount clashing down, flood, no rain, over rain, or one gun comes out from the pocket and shoots 9-10 people at a time, even the place of church, mosque or temple, I don't know, you know these things are happening. So any corner you look in the world, there is no peace. We are not safe. So we are in the middle of the battle. You want or you don't want, we are in the battle. Then the message from Krishna makes more sense today. Be a yogi. Can we imagine doing a yoga exercises in the middle of the battlefield? There are gun, cannon and all that, horses going this and that, arrows, bows. So yoga is more than just physical exercise. Yoga is especially for the human being who have not touched yet the reality. We underestimate ourselves. We are not using the full potential. Somewhere we are struggling on the color of our skin. Somewhere we are fighting over the education, the power, the position, the land dispute or whatever, If nothing, one man is sitting in the house, struggling with the program on telly, can't watch this, you're switching all off, in the end you got to watch something to pass the time. Because we are looking outside to support us. So yoga is there to help us, to look within what is there. And for that we need to find what is this body doing. Body is just an instrument given to us to really find the purpose in life. We have to be looking for it. Nobody can dictate us. Nobody can dictate you or me or anybody. First you need to find out how much potential we have. What can I do? First thing comes to our brain here, well, I am that old, or I am this old, and I am that old. Well, imagine, I am 70-year-old in the middle of the battlefield, standing there, shivering, I can't fight with anybody, and then Krishna speaks in my head, be a yogi, be a yogi. What will happen? I have heard this morning, in Japan, there is an 82-year-old lady and she is doing the yoga. It's wonderful to see that. So yoga is, or yogis have gone through with all the ages. The exercise there is, you can live forever. Well, forget that, what I am saying. We are not a magician here. We know memories within ourselves are so strong, playing in this role, that I am getting older or I am getting this age and that. That memory is playing within us. If we can just get rid of that memory, you will be far better today, believe me that. Or I will be far better than that. It's the memory making us go down. We don't live in the point of yoga now, here. This is it. This is the moment. Because there are two reasons. When there was a big bang and everything materialized, before that big bang, there was no time. But when the big bang took place, I am using the big bang because you might be very familiar with this bird. When all that happened, there was time also came, time also materialized with everything. The minute you say time, means it is something to do with the past. Because the time is all the time passing, very fast. And that holds the key where you feel, or I feel, I wish we could do without this time business. We don't need that ticking clock on our head. But how we will do then everything? At the moment, it keeps you, look, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, we don't have to reach. Some people can't reach, they're going back to our driving and this and that. So we are at the moment working with our clock, body clock or whatever clock. Inside us, within us, there is two types of energy which is very practical, very now. We cannot take it away from us, which is called Ha and Tha. Patanjali, Rishi Patanjali writes about it. Hatha Yoga is Ha and Tha. Moon energy and sun energy is within us, which is now, even in this polluted world. We are walking, talking, doing all those things with the help of those energies. Solar energy is driving the car, running the bath in your house, and all that is happening at the moment. Yeah, we are seeing it is materializing. One by one, all the layers will come off. But do we need to wait that long and live a stressful life? That is later to think. Today's date is very special. Worldwide, every human being is touched by that sunlight. Very special day. East or west. Today, wherever the sun will be going, will be seeing somebody is doing yoga on earth. Every man, big, great scholars, when they go in the space, and when they come back, like NASA's director or somebody like that position people, when they go in the space, they come back, they say one thing very common that I have noticed. They say when we are in the space and look the earth, our heart changes. I wish if we could live different on earth. Humans should live a bit different. What is not in the space? What makes people going into space and then thinking about it? I am sure many of us also think same. We don't have to, everybody don't have to go out of the space then think that. But we can just think it, not bringing it. When you think you are breathing, and it is you who is breathing, something is missing. When you think, this is me, my name is such and such, then you will go deeper step by step. You will see your own name is not your own. It is given to you. You were not born with the name on your skin. You will find somehow you are trapped under the name. You are influenced under that family, that society, that country, that boundaries that is around you. You're tied. Yoga is more important today's date because yoga gives you the freedom. The most important, my experience is, through yoga gives you the freedom. You are free from all layers. You will find there is no name. I am nameless person. But yes, then you will begin. Well, where am I then? What am I doing here? There must be a purpose of my life. Alright, I have no name. But then what? This bundle of energy, what we are doing here? And yoga, step by step, unfolds your reality. Yogis of India, seers and teachers did unfold themselves. And they could stand in the battlefield and have the victory over their own, whatever emotions, layers, and you become the free. When you are free, ask the person who have never been free, who lives for so many years in the prison. When they come out, what happens? Have you seen any parrot or bird when they are in a cage and you take them out, still they will not know how to fly. They forget. We have been over the period. Now you will say, what cage, what prison you are talking about? How come we free? We are free. We are living in England. Mind your business. I do this, I do that. I drive, I go. But you see, when a baby is born, baby is given a name. Now baby have that pressure. I have that name. You call that baby 10 times, baby looks like that, First baby doesn't know the name. He ignores you. But you keep knocking that. Then baby knows my name is that. Each time mother asks, "Twing," like a robot. Soon, when we grow, what have we? We see something, we run there. So that is like a prison war. What you call it? Bar, prison. That one. We see something and we like. We create the likes and dislikes. We smell something we like. Now that is your another tide. You're tying yourself with that smell, with that beauty, with that scene, with that person, with that touch. Somebody touches, even if it is your pet or whoever you touch, we become slave to our senses, in short. We live in this country, I come from this family, I am educated, I am a lawyer, I am a doctor, I am a scientist, whatever. So we become in prison. We are tied with ourselves. The science of yoga, the practice of yoga gives you the freedom from all your senses. First thing is that. It makes you or helps you to acknowledge what you are really within, what you can do. Why is somebody in class does so many miracles, good, another person doesn't do it? Potential is there, hidden potential is there. Talent, skill, value, passion, these are little things. I don't want to go into those words, it's just to see in case there is any question that you want to know or ask me. We have so many things within ourselves, but we have not explored them. We have been in the prison of all our senses. We create our own prison. We can't think beyond than that. We are very much our own enemy in this battlefield. I agree. My personal experience is also same exactly how you are. But practice of yoga shows the light. That is what our Rishi says in the very beginning of the yoga lessons. Asato ma sadgamaya. Asato ma sadgamaya. I wish I go towards the truth from untruth. Like if I am having a banana, my taste I like, that doesn't mean banana is nice. What it means, the taste that I got for banana, that makes me to like the banana. Nothing to do with banana. Because somebody will not like banana at all. See that and will run off. So it is not the banana makes us to like it. It's our own taste. So that is not reality that you like the banana. But that point you note. Think of something that you like very much. You can't do without it, or you couldn't do on a certain age without it. You liked it. Haven't you learned over the time your taste didn't stay the same? You moved on from that taste. What that means? That wasn't the truth. You are out of that myth or lie. No? That was a lie one day, once upon a time. I liked that dress, but now I don't like it. Means that wasn't true. Because if there is a truth, it will be forever. It will not change. It will not change. Something is truth. Over the period, we all realize one after other, slowly, all the senses that we have been behind it, we have been in the prison, slowly we are coming out of that life sentence. Means we are losing that barriers around us. You come out, you develop other taste, other, changing. It's always changing. Shiva means continuously. Evolution. Shiva means that. Continuous. Now, what is within us, with this body, that is continuously changing, and you have witnessed it over that period. You have seen it yourself. It's changing. It's changing. I don't need to say. I am sure you all know if you look. If you look your own photograph when you were a baby, and you look now, continuously you're changing. But I will say my photos have not positive change. How come? I used to be very energetic, 24 hours working. Perhaps I'm more or less same there, but I won't accept the defeat. But we are changing. If you understand the freedom, then you must know if you are all the time changing, you must have changed for good. Whatever you are then, you should be better today because you know there is a continuous evolution within you. Why not are you changing it for the best? Because we have not explored our whole, potential. Our memory system in the body is all the time telling us, well, that is how you should be. When you go to doctor, they ask you, your parents have the diabetes? Means you're supposed to have the diabetes as well. Because in your genes, there's some memory left. Well, which parent will like their child to have the same memory? Anyway. So you see, if we don't know what you can do, what I can do, then you will just live as you're supposed to. Everybody does that. There's no creativity within us. When you practice yoga properly, it regenerates something within us by having the focus, which will take the memory side down. Many healers, many siddhas, when we go to them and they ask us, what do you want? Now, they ask us now. And we will tell them, well, I have this such and such a problem. They don't want to hear it in India. There are some times they don't want to hear it. They say, no, just tell me what do you want now. What it means? They don't want to hear, because by repeating yourself, you're passing the memories to that your new coming cells, which is continuously in your body bringing the change. You're repeating it. So, in the presence of Siddha, presence of that healer, you are continuously keep repeating yourself. So what can the master do or healer do? Very little. In your head, some there is a feeling. Now, if you are happy for whatever reason, your body doesn't know the difference. Is this happiness coming with your thoughts or is this happiness coming your feeling? Body will react. Reaction means there is a chemicals. What is called that?
Endorphins.
Endorphins. Chemical will be there in your body. If you are very hungry, imagine when you are very hungry, you went in a restaurant, did not know, and you order something to eat which you don't like, you don't know. When you will see it, you will imagine, you will have the saliva here, chemicals come, and when it is on your plate, you won't like it. You don't like the taste because on the name, on the picture, or you liked it, you were hungry. Means body gives you the saliva. Many psychologists have done these type of research. Bell rings, cat runs for the food. Have you read that? These type of things? Psychology. So body does not know the difference of your feelings, or is it your thoughts only? In a yoga, we take enough time to make the every cell realize you are complete different from your senses. You are no more those senses. Sometimes people think, well, just doing this exercise, how it will change my memory system? So there is with every file in your body, there is a password. We don't tell you that. Every day there changes. Like in a computer, you can have so much information, but without password, you can't do it. Or even if you have a password, but there is no internet connection, you can't work enough on it. So we do need to have a password. We do need to have the internet connection. Then your body will work, like your computer works. Everything on it, on your fingertips. Yoga brings that eternal source of energy. We are connected with that. Or we are connected with the real source of force. You have that internet connection wherever you go. But you need to have the password. You got the internet? You got the internet connection? Or you need a password? Something like that. I'm only trying to bring it. I know when I learned these things, there was no computer. I'm trying to tell in a very short space. But this is like that. It is easy to understand that. We all have a good computer. Means we all have the human this body. Over the period we know. You've seen the miracles. You've gone through time to time. You didn't expect those miracles in your life. But it came and gone. It was too quick. Things happened. You thought, that's very good. And then we move on to other. Because our senses are misleading us all the time. And then we regret. Why that happened? Why that happened? Oh, I've been let down. I've been this. I've been through all that. I know that. But you knew all that before you were even a baby. Having a human body means you know everything. Now, what to do with this body? Means we got a good car. We need to go somewhere. That will be your sadh. If you have a good car, you need to drive it. And then you need somewhere to go. So in a yoga, 3 words are very important. I don't know if you know it, but I'll share it with you. Sadhak. Can you write, Keith? Sadhak, sadhana, and sadhya. The minute you have a curiosity more than just normal, you just don't want to live, sleep, come out of the house, office, work and go home, means you are already a sadhak. You recognize that within you. There is more to this life than this just. People become bored. doing the same things, After a certain time, certain degree turning, you will realize that can rest. I don't need to go be desperate for those things which I have been. Means you automatically, you don't have to do anything. Just become then, you are sadhak. So this body which is instrument becomes sadhak. You are all sadhak. That is what yoga practice all over the place in the world. By doing this sadhak awareness, you see everybody will be looking for. Can you imagine any yoga practitioner brings the gun in their pocket? Can they ever do that? Can they ever harm? But I think if it continues as it is, there will be less chopping down the trees as well. We need to recognize that spiritual being within all existence, the sense within human body. So, if you are not bored yet, are you okay? Shall I continue? Are you okay with that? So, we are going to say or chant, you can think, the 4 that blue lines there. Let me pronounce once and then I will explain the meaning. हमको मन की शक्ति देना. Once you become the sadhak or you recognize that, the very much you need is the strength of your own mind. It doesn't matter what body is saying. Look at the Stephen Hawking's, Mr. Stephen Hawking's body. And look what he is doing. He is a very ideal yogi at this age. So, it doesn't matter how our body is. We need that strength in our mind. That's what it means. हमको मन की शक्ति देना. मन विजय करें. Having the victory over own mind. All these senses, our little soldiers, guards us. They don't let us move. My mind is not strong enough. Now this is what Buddha said. I have many things could have put on there, but today's date is like we are going a little back. Without mentioning Buddha, International Day of Yoga is not going to be as it should be. So it is very important. Buddha said that having the victory over other kings, emperors, it is difficult to have the victory over on your own mind. Thousands of emperors can be defeated easily. He was a king. He was a Kshatriya. He said that. So, दूसरों की जैसे पहले, having the victory over others, we should have the victory on us first. Victory over on us means over the senses. But once you are a sadhak, once you have an interest which is not just a normal, I am more than the normal being. I am more than just living this, sleep, eat, come out. No, you are more than, you more want from your own life. You more live to the best that you can. 100%. You want from every aspect, every side of your life. So you are sadhak. To be sadhak and enjoy that sadhak life, first thing is to have that. So we will go through a little bit. Keith, you can do that. Can we do that? So inhale and exhale as much you can oxygenate, and Keith is going to lead that. Say that few times. हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करें, दूसरों की जैसे पहले खुद को जय करें. So please close your eyes and repeat with me. I will say 1 or 2 words at a time. You will find it easy. Inhale full and exhale. 2 to 3 times. Once again, inhale full and exhale. हमको मन की शक्ति देना मन विजय
विजय
करें.
करें.
Breathe in again and breathe out. Breathe in again, full, and exhale a bit longer. And relax, breathe normal again. We repeat. हमको
हमको
मन की
मन की
शक्ति
शक्ति
देना,
देना,
मन
मन
विजय
विजय
करें.
करें.
दूसरों
दूसरों
की
की
जय से पहले
जैसे पहले
खुद
खुद
को
को
जय
जय
करें.
करें.
Breathe normal. Continue. Focus on your breath. Let the thought go around the words like this. The breath that you are experiencing, it is the same air, same breath over the period which people have been inhaling and exhaling. Nothing is new. All this air that goes within the body and comes out, collecting all the rubbish, carbon out of our body. That inhalation and exhalation, nothing new there. Breathing has been always there, as it is. All the energy that is in our senses, which drives it, puts it to action, that energy also is just like that air, life force energy, always been there. Nothing new. Breathe in and out. This time bring a bit longer deep breath in, inhaling. And exhale that I am throwing out all the old memories. So breathe out. All unwanted carbon, unwanted thought, you can breathe out. With that, all the dis-ease, whatever is there, you can throw out. So continue inhaling nicely, fully, and exhaling intentionally, throwing out all the memories which keeping us from any negative memory. Means we can clear it all out. So inhaling nicely and exhaling with the intention, I am clearing, I am clear, clean from all those old soldiers which is guarding my senses. You will have a fresh memories to go in. The yoga brings the new sun within. That light should be inside. Everything should be seen in the sun of yoga. Yoga gives that light. The next shlok that we will do is that sun. It was just the dawn. How our mind should be clear. Hatha Yoga prepares ourselves to do the Raj Yoga. By doing the Hatha Yoga practice, we are prepared for Raj Yoga.
हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे, दूसरों की जय से पहला खुद को जय करे.
Exhale complete. Let it go. If you do know the words, fine. If you don't know the words, it is fine. As sun is there, doesn't make any difference. Light is for all. Your whole inhaling and exhaling, knowing this is nothing new. Same life force energy is for us today. Tomorrow somebody else will come here. Same number of people, more than these people perhaps. They will also come in this place, room, breathe same way and go out. The life force energy has been always there. It's our own instrument. How we are aware for our own sadhana, our own driving, our own practice, which should lead us to our own sadhana. Knowing that, having that intention in your heart, breathe in and out, 2 to 3 rounds, long inhale and long exhale. That's all you need to do. Breathe in full and breathe out. As it is the first day when Shiva did preach or teach the yoga, we will do some little exercises that will help as well. So inhale and exhale. If you are comfortable, slowly open your eyes. Let the body breathe